Hello everyone and welcome to ITRS Academy Empower the Youth. So today in this lecture we will going to understand what is pilot plant. So in this particular lecture we will going to have an overview of what is a pilot plant and how it is used in any pharmaceutical industry. So let us understand the definition part. So the first definition is what is actually a plant is. मतलब एक plant क्या होता है, right? So a plant, it is a place where the 5 M's like money, material, man, methods and machines are brought together for the manufacturing of a product. So plant, it is a region, or you can say it is an area where all the 5 M's means money, material, man and method and machines, they are placed together, and from there the manufacturing of products take place. So here I have mentioned 5 M's, that is money, material, man, method and machine. So how it is related to any pharmaceutical industry, let us understand. So to manufacture any product, let's say any medicine or any drug, you need raw material. To buy that raw material, to buy the machinery, to buy the machine system, all the equipment, you need a certain amount of money. Okay, that is known as the capital cost. Okay, so first money is needed. Why? To bring the raw material, to purchase the raw materials, to have a proper equipment, to have a proper machinery, to have a proper ambience, to have a proper manpower and everything. So money is needed. Similar case is the material. Material includes all the raw material, all the packaging materials, all the equipments, all the water facilities and everything, and how to dispose waste, in which type of bins are used to dispose certain types of waste material. All these things are needed. Then of course mans means the employee, the workers that are working in that particular plant area, in the production area. Then men also. Method, which type of method is used in manufacturing of certain types of medicine, that is comes under the method. And of course the machineries. So the latest machineries which are up to date should be used in the manufacturing of the product. So this is plant. So plant, in simple language, it is a area or it is a place where all the 5 M's are brought together for the manufacturing of the product. Now comes what is a pilot plant and how it is different from the plant. So pilot plant, it is the part of the pharmaceutical industry where the lab scale formula is transferred into a viable product by development of liable and practical procedure of manufacture. So if we talk about the pilot plant, so pilot plant is, so it is one of, you can say, an integral part of the pharmaceutical laboratories or industries. So a pilot plant could also be defined as a pre-commercial production system, which includes the new production technologies and produces a small volumes of a new technology based product. So whenever you need a new technology, whenever there is a new technology is concerned, and you can say a product that is based on a new technology, so all these new technology product is manufactured in the pilot plant. So it is one of the you can say a integral part, or you can say an important part of a pharmaceutical industry. It is also known as a pre-commercial production system. Why pre-commercial production system? Because it includes a new production technologies and new technology based product are manufactured. Now comes what is a scale up. So the part of designing of the prototype using the data obtained from the pilot plant model is known as scale up. So let us understand. So if you want to define what is a scale up, then scale up, it is the process of increasing the batch size, or you can say it is a process of increasing the procedure for applying the same process to different output volumes. Means you need a same procedure and from the same procedure you can have a different output of the volumes. Okay, so if we talk about the pilot plant model, then they have an R&D area, that is research and development, where the production take place, and yes, of course, the it is all done under the pilot plant. Then pilot plant studies includes different types of current manufacturing practices, means all that is known as CGMPs. Means CGMPs are the current good manufacturing practices that include the latest technology, equipment that includes the latest technology, manpower that includes the latest technology, procedure in development of the any pharmaceutical product. In pilot plant, a highly trained and skilled staff is needed, means the staff that have a good hands on in the industries are basically they are used in manufacturing of any pharmaceutical product, means they are involved. So you can simply say that they are the staff or the employees should be highly trained, skilled staff is needed. Equipment support, means the equipments that are used in manufacturing of products in the pilot plant, so the equipment should be of high quality, the equipment should be of latest technology, the equipment should be of equipment should be free from any source of microbial contaminant. Okay, then the facilities through the close examination of the formula should be high. So now one questions so these are the certain important definitions that can be asked in the interviews, in the examination, so you must be having the should have the knowledge of all these definition. Now let quickly understand what are the objectives of pilot plant. So before understanding the objective of pilot plant, let us understand one heading, that what are the factors that must be determined for a successful product scale up. If you want, or if any industry want a product to have a very success, means if any industries want a very successful product, okay, a product that have a good scale up properties, so what are the important factors should be there in a pilot plan. So the requirement, the training, reporting relationships, responsibilities of the personnel. So see, not only I'm not only talking about the pharmaceutical industries, I'm just talking about any other industries. So whether it's a food industry, whether it's a cosmetic industry, whether it's a beverage industry, any industries, every industry required a staff or employees that should have a good hands on in industries, means means time to time the training should be provided to the workers, to the employees, so that good manufacturing practices could be achieved, or you can say a product could be produced with no contaminations, etc., right? So good training should be provided. Okay, equipment should be of high quality. Personal responsibility of the personnel should be maintained, means if a worker is working in any pharmaceutical industry, so he must be aware of the dressing of their how to dress up for industries, like he should be wearing the proper headscarf, he should be wearing the proper gloves, he should be wearing a proper mask. Okay, every harmful or hazardous chemical should be placed a label, so that it can be handled more with more safety. Okay, so these are certain factors that are responsible in any pilot plant. So now let us understand what are the objectives. So find mistakes on a small scale and make profit on large scale. Okay, so firstly, every mistake should be taken into consideration if a industry want to make a profit on a larger scale. Okay, this is for every industry. I'm just not saying about the pharmaceutical industries. but every mistake, every little bit, or you can say every small mistake should be taken into consideration, should be taken very seriously if a industry wants to make a profit on a large scale. Okay, so to produce physically and chemically stable therapeutic dosage forms. Okay, one of the objective of pilot plant. So the first sentence I have just mentioned, that find the mistake on the small. Let us take an example to understand this sentence. See, if you want, if a industry wants to manufacture any drug, okay, the first thing that could be taken into consideration is the raw material, because raw material is the starting product, the or material that is used in manufacturing of a particular drug. So the raw material should be safe, the raw material should be free from any source of contamination, the raw material should be of a high quality. Since if the raw material, if the starting material, student, is of high quality, then of course your product would be high quality. Okay, this is the case with every industries, the raw material should be of a very high quality. So the first objective of the pilot plant is to produce physically and chemically stable therapeutic dosage forms. Then the second objective is review of the processing equipment. Every equipment should be reviewed before it is used in production of any pharmaceutical product. Guidelines for the production and process control should be kept in mind while manufacturing any particular drug. Then evaluation and validation for process and equipment should be one of the key objective of the pilot plant. Then you have to identify the critical features of the process, means every process have a certain type of critical features, so it is very mandatory to identify those critical features in the processes. Then the last objective is to provide the master manufacturing formula. So every drug needs certain type of formula, so on the basis of that formula a drug is manufactured. So it is very important, student, to provide the master manufacturing formula, so as to make a product effective. Which product? The drug, effective and safe for human consumption. Okay, so these are certain important objective of the pilot plant. The next are to try the process on a model of proposed plant before committing a large sum of money on a production unit. These are certain things that should be kept in mind while producing any drug. So it is very important to have a model, okay, model of proposed before the committing a large sum of money. Because if you want to, if any industry want to invest money in the production of particular drug, so that industry must have a proper model of what to manufacture, how to manufacture, what all raw material is needed. Means planning should be very up to date, very successful planning should be made, so as if any industry want to invest their cost or money. Examination of the formula to determine its ability to withstand the batch scale process modification and to avoid the scale up problem. So why is it I'm just talking about why every industry need a proper amount of type of model, just to avoid any scale up problems, to avoid any type of contamination, to produce a product that is fit for human consumption, that is completely safe for human consumption. Okay, then now comes the importance of the pilot plant. So importance, or you can also say that the significance of the pilot plant. So significance of the pilot plants are examination of formula. What are the important? So firstly, the importance is pilot plant examination of the formula which is going to be used in the manufacturing of any type of drug should be examined very properly, because this is the place, or this is the stage where most of the contamination, most of the you can say mishandling could be occur. So it is very important, or it is very mandatory from various type of guidelines to have a proper examination of the formula to be used in the manufacturing of particular drug. Then review of range of relevant processing equipment. So the equipment, again and again I am repeating the same thing, that equipment, raw material should be of high quality. So here also the equipment that is going to be used in the processing of any drug should be reviewed before it is used. The equipment should be of latest technology. The equipment should be abiding the guidance of the CGMPs. Okay, equipment should be of latest technology, latest machineries should be used. Equipment should be properly washed so that the previous production residue should not be left behind. So it is very important to use a very clean and neat and clean equipments in the processing of any pharmaceutical drug. Then the production rate adjustment. Okay, the production rate means what to produce, what should be the production rate. Okay, that should be adjusted before. Idea about physical space required. The industry should have an idea of which type of space is required, and how much space, not which or how much space should be required. Then appropriate records and reports should be there to support GMPs, because whenever any audit take place, see, every industry have internal auditings or external auditings or sample audits take place. So to have all the records, to have the proper reports, the reports appropriate records and reports should be maintained. Why? Just to support the GMPs. Identification of critical features to maintain the quality. Okay, so these are certain significance of pilot plant. Now pilot plant, where it is used and how it is used. So pilot plant can be used for evaluating the result of laboratory studies. So what all you have done in the labs, what all is done in the lab, those results could be evaluated by using pilot plants. Product and process correction. Any product or process, if they need correction, pilot plant is used. Then sensory, chemical, microbiological evaluation. Okay, then for this also, which is what is used, pilot plant. Whenever you want to check any microbial contamination, wherever you want to see any microbiological contaminants, then also pilot plant is widely used. Shelf life and stabilities. So every medicine need a certain shelf life, not needed, but every medicine should have they have a proper shelf life. Okay, so to maintain the shelf life of the medicine, so as to avoid the contamination, pilot plant is used. Then designing and construction of a full size plant or modifying the existing plant, also you need a pilot plant. So pilot plant have a very wide range of area where it can be used. Okay, so different types of even the activities also take place in the pilot plant. For example, whenever there is a technical aspect of process development, okay, whenever there is a technical aspect of the scale up process, whenever there is a organization responsibility, FDA pre-approval inspection and preparation, then also pilot plant play a very important role. Okay, so already told you the significance or the importance of pilot plant. Let us move further and let's see the next heading, that is what are the different steps that are involved in pilot plant. So this question is very important, where you come to know about what are the steps that are needed in the scale up of the in the pilot plant. So let us understand each steps in detail. So I have made a flow diagram to have a overview of this. Then the first step is define the product economic based on the project market size and competitive selling and providing guidance for allowable manufacturing cost. So first step is to have a define the product economics. Firstly, whenever you want to build or manufacture any product, the first step to have a full knowledge of product economics. First is the product economic based, means what is the market size of the product that is going to be manufactured, what are the competitive selling and prices, what are the provide guidance that is going to be used for allowing the manufacturing cost. So the first step is define the product economics. Okay, so how you will going to define the product economics, that is that could be based on the projected market size and what is the competitive selling. Then conduct the laboratory studies and scale up planning at the same time. Then after the product is defined, then the next step is conduct the laboratory studies, means how to conduct the laboratory studies. Then you have you could do this side by side. Then define the key rate controlling step in the proposed process. Then conduct the primarily larger than laboratory studies with equipment to be used in the rate controlling step to aid the plant design. Same thing. Firstly, you define the product economics, then you conduct the laboratory studies, then you define the key rate controlling steps. Okay, then then the fourth step is then you conduct a preliminary, or you can say the primarily steps, that is larger than laboratory studies with the equipment. Then you design and construct the pilot plant, including the provision for process and environmental control, cleaning and sanitizing system, packaging and waste handling system, meeting regulatory agencies requirements. So already in the starting I have just mentioned this thing, that everything should be taken into consideration whenever anything is manufactured in the pilot plant. Means whether the design is concerned, whether the equipment is concerned, whether the environment is concerned, even the sanitizing system should be should be proper, means should be taken into consideration before manufacturing any type of pharmaceutical product. Even the packaging, how should be what should be the packaging material, how the packaging should be done. Okay, so all these things should be taken into consideration in the earliest. Okay, then comes the evaluate the pilot plant result. So what all the result that come from the pilot plant, you have to evaluate those result, including the process economics, to make any correction if needed. Okay, if there is any need to make a correction on that particular result, so it you can easily make correction and decision on whether or not to proceed with the full scale plant development. So it is up to the choice that whether you want to proceed with this result for the full scale plant development or not. Then comes the important heading from the interviews perspective: why conduct pilot plant studies? Means what is the need to conduct the pilot plant studies? So a pilot plant allows investigation of a product process on an intermediate scale before large amount of money are committed to full scale production. That I have just mentioned in the last point. Okay, if the result what you get is okay, then you have a full right to proceed with a full scale plant development. But again, if here the result is not up to the mark, result is not good, then you have a choice to stop here only. Then there is no need to invest a large amount. Okay, so why conduct a pilot plant study? So pilot plant is very flexible. Why? Because it allows the investigation of the product. Firstly, what it is allowing, it is pilot plant is allowing the investigation of the product, then investigation of the process. Okay, on which level? On the intermediate scale. Okay, if everything is fine, then you have a right to proceed further, but if everything is not fine, then you have to stop here only, and then there is no need to you can say invest a large amount of money. Okay, so it is usually not possible to predict the effects of many fold increase in scale. It is not possible to design a large scale processing plant from laboratory data alone with any degree of success. So this is how the pilot plant look like. So if you have any visit to any industry, so this is how the pilot plant is set up. So everything is on place. If you see, everything is on place, and if the area, the premises is so much clean, in that there could no be any microbial contamination, then this is very actually very important. Then how to scale up from pilot plants to a large scale production? Again student, if the result is good, if the result is fine at the intermediate scale up, then you can proceed for the large scale production. So this is the whole summary then of scaling up from the pilot plant to the large scale production. Okay, so scaling up strategies means the first thing is to make the strategies how to scale up. Okay, then you also have this thing in our in the mind, that risk assessment and mitigation means what is the risk that is involved and what is mitigation. Okay, so scale up strategies, then risk assessment and mitigation. Okay, means up scale up strategies means deliberate the plans and action to transition from pilot plant to a large scale production, encompassing the goal setting process, optimizations and quality assurance. Then what should be the risk, and means how to identify the risk and how to work on that risk is again the next thing that should be kept in our in the minds. And then regulatory compliances means how to have a strict adherence to the adherence to the industries and government standard, means how to adhere with the by the government rules and guidelines. Then testing and validation, everything is very important in this, that is how to do a testing and how to validate the test. Then resources management, the resources that are there, how to manage those resources is again a thing that should kept in the mind whenever there is a large scale production is going to be conducted. Then cost analysis and budgeting means you should always have a you can say overview, or you can say the company should have a proper makeup of how much cost should be invested and what should be the budget. Okay, then production and monitoring and control. So what all the production have taken places, so how to monitor those production, how to control any source of microbial contamination. Again this is very important whenever there is a large scale production. Why everything is very important? Because a large amount of money is invested, large amount of capital cost is invested, and large amount of manpower is invested. So it is very important to have a product that is free from any source of microbial contamination. A medicine should be a medicine that could means a medicine should be produced that is very effective, that is fair, that is effective, that is safe for human consumption, that should be very much safe, effective, as well as of a high quality. So these are the things. So that brings to the end of the lecture of the overview of the pilot plan. I hope you have understood the lecture. Again, if you have any doubt, any queries related to the lecture, so you can simply leave your queries in the comment section below. This is our website, that is www.itlsacademy.com. This is our helpline number, that is 7080833450. You can simply call on this number and get updated. This is also our WhatsApp number, so simply call on this number and get updated. You can follow ITLS Academy on different portals. Thank you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And yes, don't forget to press the bell icon to get more updates on the lecture. And if you want to join our academy, you can simply visit our website. And yes, don't forget to press the bell icon. And you can get the ITLS Academy app from the Google Play Store. So you can simply go to Google Play Store, and you can simply download the app of ITLS Academy. So again, thank you students for watching.